like I said, man, it was tons of boxing on this past weekend, tons of boxing this week. Definitely starting on NBC Sports Network on Thursday night, probably at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll get to that in another video later this week. But with it being that many fights on yet or cards on Saturday night, and then football Sunday, and my wife Sunday, I had to circle back and check out the Showtime card. For those of us that don't have cable, or you don't watch TV on cable, it's very difficult. You can't hit that previous channel button. You know what I'm saying? When you jump out of apps to go into the next app, it might be a 3 minute. You might lose 3 to 5 minutes trying to get to the next platform to watch what you want to see, so, unless you get set up ahead of time. But if you check me out at www.bitedownboxing.com, you'll see that I got a couple different articles that I was writing and posting. And so I got other stuff going on that's just not easy for me to jump between platforms to check out all the fights. But like I said, Showtime Boxing is still pretty much my favorite platform. It's just that ESPN had started, and and also, man, it wasn't a good look for Shakur Stevenson to be in the ring at one. I think it was 1:33 a.m. Eastern time, and it might even had a round to go. But anyway, not to take any shine from Christopher Primetime Colbert, current interim WBA super featherweight champion. Hell of a performance, man. I love that the dude can obviously box, but I love that he made the fight so physical. I love that he wanted to put on a show. I love that he let his hands go. I love that he gave you a little bit of everything. He was on his toes. He was sitting down. He was inside. He was mid-range. He was pot shotting, lead right hands, lead right uppercuts, lead left hooks, all just a variety of everything. And then he gets the knockdown. That was a hell of a ninth round. I mean, that ninth round, round of the year in the discussion. I know the Zepeda Baranchik, one of those 5 rounds, or 2 of those 5 rounds might even be in that discussion. But just like you said, the dude said he couldn't punch, and he was like, "I'm from Brooklyn." I'll get to that in just a minute on something else. But two knockdown in the 9th at the end of the round, I believe, a left uppercut, left hook combination that got the knockdown. Then he comes back in the 11th. You can see Arboleda was kind of was boxing, looking to box in the 10th, stay away, regroup. Then we get to the 11th. It was a flurry for the first knockdown. That inverted right hook, overhand right punch was phenomenal, very creative. Was finding different ways to get around Arboleda's guard. He gets that left hook for the second knockdown. He's just walking him down and bombing away, throwing inside of his looping punches and whatnot. And then the big flurry on the ropes. I believe it was a third knockdown, I think. I didn't write my note down on that. But I loved his angles, man. And not even the angles that he was punching from, but the punching angles himself. Like I said, that overhand right hook, overhead right hook, whatever, the hybrid punch, that was crazy. But yeah. The one thing, so I'm looking at the Stevenson fight the other night. He basically played target practice for the most of his 10 rounds with Toka Khan Clary. I didn't like how he never changed it up, though. He just kind of followed him, stop, boom, boom. Followed him, stop, boom, boom. Hop back. He didn't really mix it up and just get a little reckless. I mean, but he is kind of a cautious fighter, a defensively responsible fighter and whatnot. But at the end of the fight, and the reason why I didn't talk about the Stevenson fight right away was because I wanted to see what he said about the Devin Haney fight with Gamboa, with Yuriorkis Gamboa. Was he really critical? Was he one of the other in that peer group? Was he one of the kids talking about, he should have gotten Gamboa out of there or whatever? And he didn't say that. He had an interview with the Zatel cat on Fight Hype, and he basically said the same thing that he said on the end of the show in the post-fight interview on ESPN. He was like, it's when you got a guy that's in there trying to survive, and he's a veteran and he's crafty, yada yada yada. But at the same time, the talent that you're around, the age group and the talent level of these 4 or 5 fighters that we're all clamoring about, you got to do something that separates you. And I just thought, I thought he could have got that guy out of there if he would have made it more of a physical, more explosive, gotten a little opened it up a little bit, stepped on the gas a little bit, but didn't really take away from his performance whatsoever for me. But it's just something to think about. And then it feeds into what Chris Colbert said about his situation. And Colbert, he's not the Olympian. He's not the silver medalist. He's not the, he hasn't been over there on ESPN and under the undercards of, a Lomachenko and a Bud Crawford or whatever. He's really out here having to build his own business, essentially. Shout out to Primetime Chicken. And that's what he's over there doing. And I think that's why you see a performance like that. I don't know if intentionality is a word, but to be as intentional as he was about getting a stoppage. And that made me think. I was looking at some of these rankings for super middleweight, 130, super middleweight, super featherweight, 130 pounds. And they have Joe Cordina on there, Zelfa Barrett, Oshaki Foster's only rated in one by one of the bodies in the top 15. Chris Colbert is only rated in the WBA. What the hell? Yeah, but I'm seeing a couple of these guys. You got Abraham Nova in the WBA, which is solid. So it's a lot of bodies here. It'll be interesting to see what they. Everybody was like, I saw a lot of some other videos and in the live chats talking about Colbert versus Stevenson. Naturally, why wouldn't it be Colbert versus Tank Davis? You already know what the network situation is. You know what the promoter affiliation. You know what that whole game is. So why are we talking about Colbert and Stevenson? But again, Mayweather Promotions they're not gonna make any effort to give us Colbert and Tank Davis. So that's what my question was during middle of last week. This dude has to go out here and perform, has to over deliver, and see what Heyman and they decide to do for him. What assignment they can give for him. Wouldn't be a bad idea to contact Golden Boy. Well, I don't even know what JoJo Diaz and his relationship with Golden Boy is at the moment. I know Diaz has bucked a couple of things that they were trying to do. We also know Tevin Farmer has a claim to a rematch that's up in the air right now. But Diaz signed with MTK. So I don't know really what's going on with him, but that might be an option, is to try to get a deal with Golden Boy, who should be looking to work with others. And then we know the WBC is probably not happening. That's top ranked. WBO with Herring is top ranked. And then the WBA, that's in the family. But like we said, Floyd's not doing anything with Tank Davis and Colbert. So what does he do? But he needs to be rated by some of these other some of these bodies though. He should at least be in the top 15 of 2 of them, definitely, if not 3. But a very impressive performance, man. Like I said, he's gonna have to do things a little bit differently because he doesn't have the same machinery behind him. So I like what he did Saturday night. I think, man, it's a lot of good hands down here at 130. Like I said, right now from 120, from 122, from bantamweight, from bantamweight to 140 is it's work all through there. It's really work all through there. And then you know what's at 147. So there it is. There it is. Um, Oh, and then lastly, man, the one thing that I do like about the kid, and I've said this on a video previously, um, he can talk. He's great on the microphone. I think that's a plus for him. Um, he's the underdog here. You know, he's not Haney, who's a division above him. But he's the outsider looking in here. He's not coming with all the pageantry and the buzz and all of that. He's putting this together fight by fight, you know, and having to go out and make it happen. But I've heard him on different platforms. Like I said, he's a New Yorker, natural talker. I think he has awesome humor. I heard him on Sirius XM. I was cracking. I was rolling the whole time. I mean, he's got this timing. I just find him hilarious. In contrast, and I'm not trying to say that Tank Davis cannot talk, that he cannot speak. I'm just saying I don't know if it's so much going on with him from Mayweather Promotions and the way that they're trying to steer him. I don't know if he just doesn't want to say the wrong thing, but he's just not. He just seems like he's all shelled up. Like, just come out and talk. You saw after he beat Pedraza when they said some things. He shared some humor, and had a little charisma. But it's only like it's only after a fight, after that big exertion of energy and you know the thrill of victory and all of that, then you get a little life from him. But a lot of his sit down conversations, a lot of his press conference, fight week press conference, media availability or conference calls, I'm just not that entertained by Tank Davis. But Colbert, I was sitting here rolling when he said, I thought he was gonna say I gave him a family meal, but that's how quick on his feet or quick-witted, quick on his feet he is. He went and tied his business in and was like, at my restaurant, all of the we got the sizes are lightweight, super lightweight, super welterweight. He said what I just gave him was a super middleweight, and he was like, that's a 25 piece. He said something about the macho, the macho fries, and then he said the super. Dude is hilarious. He said the super bad lemonade, super bad lemonade. Shout out to my man Tony Harrison. I thought that was hilarious, man. You saw he just chopped it up with Brian Custer. It was really natural. He doesn't have to get disrespectful. He's calling people out. He's like, who would you like to face inside the top five? He's like, whoever's in the top five. He tried to double back. No, but give us a name. Who would you? He's like, nah, whoever in the top five, it don't matter. They give me an assignment, I'm gonna go out here and do it. So I think the dude has all of the goods. He's already got one highlight reel knockout from his last fight, I believe. A couple of knockdowns and a knockout in this fight. Just good physical, a good. And you don't always see, like, you didn't see a whole lot of inside boxing, inside infighting from Stevenson, but you just saw Chris Colbert do it all prime time. So shout out to that young man. Let me get on off of here. It's another live stream that I'm getting ready to check out. Bite Down Boxing, don't let them count you out. Check out the articles over there again, www.bitedownboxing.com. Support small businesses. Holler at me if you would like to write about some boxing. Stop sharing all your dope thoughts in these chats, in these live chats, and on social media. Holler at me if you want to do something a level above that. Let me get on out of here. Pay me no mind. Sports and entertainment. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Peace.